Thank you very much. As you are all aware, I think our Finance Act 2023 had imposed some taxes, custom duty and excess duty on imported furniture. And up to now, I think it's a quarter has passed. The objective of that duty was to protect local manufacturers and to see the potential for increased investment in local manufacturing. So today, I've decided to come to one of the largest furniture manufacturer just to assess the impact of the duty on the imported furniture. But I'm here with the CEO of PG Bison, right?
That's right.
And the CEO of Kenya Association of Manufacturers. I'm happy to note that there has been good development. I mean, there's a lot of response to that policy change. As far as they are concerned, and you will hear it from them, is that before their capacity of their plant utilization capacity was only 45%. Just for the last 3 months, there's an increase of their plant utilization from 45 to 55. Just for the last 3 months, there is an increase of sales volume by 25%. Just for the last 3 months, there's increase of employment, and they are focusing to increase to almost 100 people. Just for the last 3 months, what else are we getting? They're thinking of exporting to AGOA and UK. Just for the last 3 months, they want to diversify their product lines to other furniture products. So as far as I'm happy to note that indeed it was a good decision by government to impose duty on imported furniture. But CEO, what do you have to say?
Yeah, no, first of all, thank you, Bwana PS, for coming. We appreciate the visit and the team here to really sort of unpack the issues that we face, but also sort of celebrate some of the wins that we've been seeing. We've always advocated that Kenya is a primary place for manufacturing, and furniture is a product that we could produce and export within the East African zones. But what the finance bill brought in and the CET was a further protection against importation. As a manufacturer, we know that those sort of protections, if dealt well by the manufacturer, they will benefit us. So just a couple of things that what we saw post July was the number of inquiries that started filtering in respect of, are these particular solutions that people were probably importing locally available? And we were answering to a lot of that yes, it's available. We were onboarding new customers that were coming in and who were probably seeing that these, or were not aware that these solutions were locally available. So that awareness started to really sort of come through. So we're seeing localization, we're seeing import substitution coming through, and it's reflective in the fact that we've seen our plant capacity go from 45 to 55. Good. At 45, we were very concerned about the future.
Yes.
You know, we had just made a major investment, as you've seen. We've geared ourselves up to become a major export player, but we were concerned as to how to fill that capacity.
I think they have said they had invested 750 million for the last 2 years, and they were operating at a loss, but now they're seeing hope. They are now being profitable, right?
Yeah, I mean, the previous financial year was a very difficult one for us. There were many macroeconomic reasons behind it as well, but we suffered immensely from some of the decisions on the increase in importation taxes on raw materials, a matter that we discussed extensively today. But we ended up in the year at a loss. Now, the protection that has come through has given us the ability to bring in the additional capacity and the volume, and we've not taken advantage of the taxes from a price point, but really to try and shore up our volume within our plant. So definitely we've seen a better quarter, and we're hoping that this will extend to the rest of our 9 months in the year.
Yes.
And beyond.
Okay.
You know, so that also
Good.
whatever measures are put in, policy measures, as CAM, we've always been promoting a stable tax policy environment, something that's predictable,
Yes.
something that allows us to plan as well. So we would like for us to encourage the government to continue protecting finished products that are made locally.
And the government has already approved a tax policy which is predictable. At least you will have the tariffs or for the next 3 years. You should not be worried of them being changed.
Yeah.
But what do you think you'll add more investment because of that tax policy change?
Absolutely. I think if there's a predictable environment, if finished products and furniture continues to get protection or incentivized, and if we can work out an incentive around to promote exports, we still need to fill in the balance of our capacity. to what extent can we put that into the local market? The balance we must consider exporting. And that's why I see the opportunity for exports within the EAC is something we want to really have a conversation with government as to how to be able to make us competitive.
Export to EAC, AGOA,
and beyond,
and UK,
beyond,
right?
yes. Yeah, I think there's opportunities beyond.
But also there's a lot of backward integration with SMEs and forward integration.
Yeah.
There's been an increase of that in the last one,
Absolutely.
the last quarter.
Absolutely. You know, we spearheaded a training program with the informal sector, with SMEs. We trained well over 2,000 since our existence. And we formed about 220 working SMEs now who work with us pretty much every month.
Okay.
And they themselves employ anything between 5 and 10 people. And they're the ones who go to the site to do the final last mile joinery. And this is so completely tied into affordable housing that the government is envisioning around reserving all of that joinery for the informal sector. So we're already skilling up, training them, developing them to do the same. They become our brand ambassadors. Big part of our business that we're going to continue to invest in.
So as we explore the opportunity on how you're going to leverage with the affordable housing program together with the commercial factory, you are happy with the tax policy with the Finance Act 2023 as far as manufacturing of furniture is concerned?
As far as furniture is concerned, yes, we stand happy with that. Yes, we've also explained to you the other things that would help benefit competitiveness, even within the finance bill, that we believe needs to be relooked at.
Okay.
Those are maybe a matter of another time to discuss in detail, but you're aware.
Okay.
And I think they will further spur construction activities.
Okay.
What we want to see is construction activity to be spurred. The more that gets spurred, the more it allows sectors like ours to feed in. It gives us the hope that the future demand is going to be there. And then it also accelerates that SME linkages that we have. So construction is a critical one. Keep that one running and moving.
Okay. So far the business environment is competitive as far as this policy is concerned.
Yes, I think it's allowed us to compete. It's allowed us to compete against imports where we struggled in the past because imports would still land in cheaper than our ex-factory cost of production. So I think it's fixed that.
Okay.
And we tend to, our policy as a company is to ensure that we still stay competitive.
Okay.
Yeah. Within the.
And that is the mandate of my State Department. I will work together to make sure we are taking it to the next level.